I've been strong for so long.
So I write always from personal experience. It's the only way I've ever really known how to write a song. But for me, it's only when you're on your own, when these things sometimes kind of bubble up from your subconscious and they suddenly hit you. And sometimes you can kind of go to the piano thinking you're gonna say something and something completely different will just come out of nowhere. And Lost Without You was one of those songs where you sit down thinking you're gonna say one thing to this person and you end up saying a completely different thing. And you never realize how much it's touched you until you're actually at the piano. So I like the ability to kind of like, your subconscious almost shock you. I will never stop being grateful to Lost Without You as a song because it got me through a really hard heartbreak, and then it also completely changed my life. So it's kind of on two sides, like just even when I'm on my own and there's no one there, I still resonate with that song so much. But then when you're playing it in front of like thousands of people who come to a show, there's just this feeling of like really being understood in a way that I don't think I ever thought I'd feel. I think writing these songs was always kind of on the edge of what I thought would be acceptable, and for people to actually have accepted it, it's so heartwarming because it's like being accepted for who you truly are. And I think, especially like as a teenager, you're always a bit scared. You're always a bit scared to be who you truly are in case you're rejected. So for me, I will never stop being grateful to Lost Without You as a song for so many reasons. When someone first told me that I was the first woman since Kate Bush to write a song completely on my own that went into the top 10, it was literally this very strange feeling of like immense like excitement, but also like confusion. I was like, why has it been 30 years since a woman wrote her own song and that was in the top 10? For me, it just inspired this like fire of like, I just want to show like young girls and young female singer-songwriters that, you know, writing your own songs is something that is so, so doable. And for me, I think going into the music industry, it was this feeling of like, you have to write with men like double your age, and you have to write with lots of people to have any chance of having any kind of hit. And then there's like my parents being like, you hold on to who you are, you write your own songs, you play your own instruments. And to look back at the people who championed me as like, you know, a young female artist, it's like, it's something I'm so passionate about now, just sort of championing like young women and them writing their own songs, because that is where you can write your own destiny. That's the only reason I'm sat here now. So it's something I'm hugely passionate about. It's really dark in here, but there's cushions to sit on, and there's this just like magnificent flower wall. We're walking to the stage at the moment, and these are the light bulbs that we've actually had from our very first show at St Pancras Old Church, and now they've brought them back and I'm so excited. So pretty. I'm just genuinely so speechless right now. I think representation in the music industry in general is just so important. Like, you know, young people growing up, if they can't see themselves or see someone who they want to aspire to, like I know that I wouldn't be here without my heroes and the people that I looked up to. And so when I meet like young girls after the show and they're sort of like, oh, I played guitar for the first time and I covered Lost Without You. It's like this moment that I can't explain. It's just everything I've ever wanted, because for me, to show that you can, you know, be a female artist in today's music industry, and you can wear as many clothes as you want, and you can sing as many self-written songs as you want, and it's still gonna connect with people. It's like that to me is the thing that is so exciting, because I love and respect the female, you know, pop stars who they're dancers and they're just fabulous and that's what they do, but there just needs to be a more variety, because there's not just one kind of woman. So for me, it's like just trying to show the next generation of like young girls that there are so many things to be in this industry and it's not just one thing. So for me, actually being allowed to write every song on this album is the thing that I'm most grateful for. So I signed to the indie label Good Soldier Songs in 2016, and it was a huge leap of faith on their part, because at the time, no majors would touch. It was the uncoolest thing you could be is a ballad person, and that's in my soul what I am. So for them to take that leap of faith and to say, you know, you keep your second name and you're allowed to write, you know, your own songs. It was just, I think all of this has happened because of that leap of faith and them championing me when I was 21 and I was so sort of not used to people saying yes. It was just such the strangest thing. I remember we had like a coffee and and they said that they had a piano in the office, and I was like, oh, like, would you mind if I played you one song? And that was Lost Without You, and just everything changed. My album is being released, and basically I could not be more excited to share it with the people who made it possible, and we're here at YouTube for the secret garden party, and I'm going to play the whole album, and I can't wait. So I can't really get over that this is the universe where I get to live in, where I have people as incredible as you as fans. It means like so much more than I think you can imagine. Like, writing this album has been like, it's like a time capsule of the last few years of my life, and just to have, you know, so many people behind you after writing these songs alone is just the most incredible feeling, and I can't thank you enough. So this is a new song, and if you guys have been to a show, you might have heard it. If you haven't, then probably not. But yeah, this is the acoustic version of Holy Water. It's the craziest feeling in the world to kind of, you know, you imagine with your like wildest dreams, and this is like one of them. To be able to play this album and actually give it to the fans who've made it possible just means so, so much, because I did actually write these songs never thinking that anyone would hear them. So for you guys to take them into your lives so much is just still, like, I have to pinch myself. But I just want to say thank you so much for all your support, and, you know, for every person who's ever commented, like, stood in the rain to come to a show, like, I love you to bits. And I can't wait to see what you think of this album, because it's for you and it's yours. And a massive thank you to YouTube and the YouTube space for hosting this Secret Garden Party album launch gig. It's just beyond anything I could have imagined in my wildest dreams, and it even smells like fresh flowers. It's so beautiful. Yeah, I just can't thank you enough for all your support, and, you know, seeing billboards with my face on it will never ever be the normal thing. I couldn't thank you enough, so thank you so much.
Don't give up, just don't give up.